perfectly in line, and from a distance of only 30 feet away. It seems a thought. I first saw the video of the samurai cutting about maybe 30 feet away. The ball is roughly 100 miles an hour. That gives you a reaction time of 6.2 seconds in this case. Typical reaction time for really elite baseball players trying to hit a fastball tend to be around 0.4 seconds. Actually, this is a more difficult task than something like baseball pitching, because clearly, baseball pitching, you pick up information from the body shape of the pitcher, which tells you usually when the ball is going to be released. Whereas in this instance, he seems to have a wall in front of him. There's a lot of uncertainty in terms of when the ball will begin its flight. The fact that he can do all these things in 2 milliseconds is obviously quite amazing. In this and in numerous other demonstrations, Machine has shown a remarkable ability to visually track fast-moving objects with an acuity that few can even dream of. But how? Perhaps the answer can be found by examining the history of the man who can see the world just as well or even better than most people. Despite the fact that this is Hacienda Heights, California, 1968. 2-year-old Daniel Kish, just 1 year after having both eyes removed due to cancer, sneaks out of For those of us that study sensory systems, Daniel Kish is a rock star. He is clearly the most studied human that actively echolocates. 2,000 ago in our what that target might actually be, how dense it is, how light it might be, its shape.
I've been able to echolocate for as long as I can remember, and for me, it was as natural as breathing. It was just my way of seeing. I didn't really know it was echolocation per se. I just knew that I was aware of my surroundings and that I could function with that awareness. It was just sort of part of the process of learning to see, which is very much what sighted kids actually do as they begin to calibrate their vision. After that, it was just sort of normal. It was just a matter of course to click and scan and find things and not really be afraid of what was out there.
For most of us, if you've ever had any experience with echolocation, it's probably when you've been told about how bats work, right? Bats emit a sound, the sound bounces off objects, and then comes back to them. So they can actually determine how far away an object is, what its size and shape may be, and so forth. And what Daniel's done is he's taken this idea and basically turned it into something that humans can actually use.
Without ultrasonic hearing, without all of the advantages that bats have evolved, humans are somehow able to do this, and relatively. So, how? I believe that we can do this because we always have. We've been doing it since man was prey and not predator, since we had to hide in the dark. So we don't have to develop these systems from scratch. All we have to do is turn them on.
By making clicking sounds and then listening to how those sounds reverberate off what's around him, Daniel was able to create a virtual picture of his surroundings with astonishing accuracy.
Neurobiologically, I think this speaks to something that we call sensory substitution. That his visual cortex has been appropriated, if you like, because it's not receiving visual information.
Daniel's rare ability is his foremost echolocator. But there are some in the scientific community who question the extraordinary nature of Daniel's ability.
Even though he's never seen it, he's clearly using his echolocation skills to construct some sort of map in the visual world, although he doesn't have any experience with the visual world the way someone incited does.
When I visited ACE, I basically just looked around. And for me, that involved, of course, using my sense of echolocation to scope out the environment. I start out with what's most distinctive, what stands out, what's most unique, what seems to define the space. Essentially, it resolves into what I call three-dimensional fuzzy geometry. So all of these features coalesce into an actual image. Mapping it is part of the process. Drawing is a way of sharing what my relationship with the environment is. It's a way of giving people a peek into